Hello Pisces, here is your relationship reading for the month of December. First of all, I really do want to send you a massive apology for the lateness of your reading, but this month has been extremely hectic and busy for me so far, and it has been a struggle for me to get all 36 readings that I do for you all each month uploaded and ready to be on YouTube. So please forgive me for the lateness. Now, also, it is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you, okay? And if it doesn't, please check your moon and rising signs. I've done 2 rows. This is the row for you. This is the row for your partner. And this is for Pisceans that are already in a relationship, okay? But nonetheless, a relationship may have just ended. So, you may still want to consult this relationship reading as well as your reading for singles. The only other thing I want to say is that sometimes the energies from the cards can get crossed. So I may be talking about you, but you may very well feel that it's talking more about your partner. So you need to fit those messages into your own particular situation. Now, the first card we have up here is the 7 of Cups. The Cups is water energy, Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. So we have your own energy here. And the Cups and the water energy talks of feelings and emotions. Now, this has fallen in the position of how you are feeling possibly at the moment. The 7 of Cups can be a card about choices. If you look at this man, he has all these things in front of him. And he's looking. Now, it's very possible that he wants everything there. But the fact is, he can't have all of it. He needs to make a choice and a decision about what it is that he actually does want. So some of you may be faced this month in December with some choices or decisions to make about this relationship. It may be that at the moment you're not able to have everything that you want from this relationship. It may be that you may want to live with your partner, but at the moment that's not possible. It may be that you want, maybe you're expecting a proposal of marriage, and that may not be that may not be possible. The thing is as well with this card is that sometimes you have to be very careful not to get caught up in daydreams and fantasy. You have to make sure that what is being offered to you is actually realistic. Don't get caught up with, because it's the energy sometimes can be, that saying that something sounds too good to be true, then normally it is. And that can be the energy sometimes with this card. Don't get caught up in the hype. If something is sounding too good to be true, then I'm not implying that it's not going to be that way, but just be careful. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in daydreaming and, if this is a new relationship, then don't jump the gun and already think you're going to get married and live together. Just be careful. Or, like I said, you may very well be faced with some choices or decisions in regards to this relationship. Now, for your partner, we have the Magician card here. The Magician card is a major arcana, okay, so it's a major message. Now, the thing, I'm very glad to see this card upright as well. The thing with the Magician card, it's about having all the tools to make something happen, okay? Now, also, he's pointing up and he's pointing down, okay? And it's very much that kind of energy of what is above, so shall too be below, okay? But if you look at the table, he has the pentacles, he has the cup, he has the sword, he has the wands. He has everything on the table that he needs to be able to manifest his dreams and make what he wants to happen, a reality, okay? It can talk about being taking action. It can talk about being very confident. But the fact of it is, your partner feels that they have all the ingredients at their disposal for success. Now, this could be, presumably this is a relationship reading, so we can only presume that this is in regards to this relationship. Also, it can be about having a hidden knowledge about a person or a situation. So they need to consider every opportunity that may be presented to them in a positive light, not to reject things out of hand, okay? But you, it seems, are faced with choices and decisions. And your partner is feeling that they have all the tools they need at their disposal to make or create something successful. Now, the current state of this relationship, you have here the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana, so again, it's a major message, okay? But it is reversed. And it can talk about a negative situation that you may not have any control over. When this card is upright, it's saying that this wheel is going in the right direction. So you kind of feel that things are going your way, so to speak, okay? Now, some people can refer to this as the karmic wheel or fated. That, in everybody's life, we all have those moments when we're having, everything seems to be going bad, okay? And we kind of think, when is it going to change? When is my luck going to change? Then we have those moments when everything's going good, and then we think, oh, this is too good to last, everything's going well, something bad's going to happen, okay? At the moment, it would appear that there may be a negative kind of vibe or something negative going on within this relationship, okay? But you have to understand that this wheel is constantly turning. Now, for you at the moment, within this relationship, it may feel very much that this relationship is going backwards in some way. But you have to understand that because the wheel is constantly turning, at some point it's going to turn that way again, okay? So it may not be anything too major, but the message here is that if things seem negative at the moment within this relationship, or it feels that things are not going as well as you'd hoped, you have to understand that at some point it's going to turn around. Now, we have another major arcana here for your partner. This time we have the Tower card, okay? Now, a lot of people do not like to see the Tower card. It is reversed. When the Tower card is reversed, it can sometimes talk of an avoidance of disaster. But it can also talk about a fear of change and resisting it. It's almost like maybe your partner is feeling or thinking within this relationship that things are changing, or they know that change is needed within this relationship, and they may be fearing that change. Like I said, on your side, it seems that something negative is going on, okay? And it's very possible that your partner is either feeling the same or picking up that energy from you, and is maybe fearing that you are going to walk away, that you are going to end this relationship. Maybe you do have choices. Maybe you are in a situation where somebody else is interested in you, and you have a choice to make as to whether to stay in this relationship with your partner now, or whether to choose to be with somebody else. It's going to play out differently. But this card can suggest that your partner is either fearing change within this relationship or is wanting change. Now, if they're wanting change, they have to see that they do have all the tools on the table in order to create that change. As I said, it's going to play out differently for all of you, okay? Now, what is needed to improve things? On your side, we have here the Three of Wands. Now, the Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So some of you may be involved with a fire sign, but it doesn't have to mean that, okay? The Three of Wands, when it's reversed, it can talk about compromise may be needed. You may need to compromise in some way to maybe turn that karmic wheel and get things to be more positive within this relationship than negative. It can talk about setbacks. In regards to growth in some way, okay? But overall, it does talk about compromise. It can talk about communication problems. And it can talk about attention within a relationship, but attention that's come from misunderstandings, okay? I just feel that maybe things have taken a negative turn within this relationship. And you may feel, well, how can I put this? You may be thinking, well, I don't really need this relationship because I've got other choices, as we see with the Seven of Cups. And your partner may be trying to use all the tools on the table, all the tools that they have at their disposal to try to improve this situation, to try to get you to see that this relationship is worth working on and worth saving. And they may very well be fearing that you are going to walk away and that you are going to end this relationship if they are aware that you may very well have other choices and other options other than them. But this card, like I said, talks of compromise, and maybe it may very well be something else. It may very well be that you are wanting something within this relationship, okay? You may be pushing for marriage, or you may be pushing to relocate. You may be pushing to move in together, or if you're already married, you may be pushing to move house or something. And it could be causing this tension between you and your partner. And your partner may be fearing, well, if we do move, if we do relocate somewhere, how's it going to work out? How's it going to affect us? Will we be happy living somewhere else? And your partner could be fearing that, okay? It could be something like that. And this card could be saying that you need to compromise, that maybe you can't have everything your way, okay? There may need to be some flexibility here on your part in regards to something that's creating a tension or a negative situation between you both. On your partner's side, with the same question, we have here the Three of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. The Three of Pentacles, it can talk about somebody exerting power or control over somebody else. It can talk about there not being any growth or advancement. It can be about no teamwork. And this is what I think. It's either you or your partner that is not willing to compromise on something that has created this tension and this negative situation. And the other person is then feeling that if it's you we're talking about that's not prepared to compromise, then your partner is feeling that you are trying to control them or the situation, and you in some way are exerting your power over them. Or you are feeling that your partner is doing this to you. There seems to me that there is a decision or a choice that is needing to be made, and that choice is going to be different for all of you. But this choice is impacting on this relationship. It's causing a negative situation between you both. One or the other of you is fearing change that may be attached to this choice or decision, and one of you is needing to compromise because the other person is feeling that they are being controlled, that you or they are being controlling, or somebody is exerting their power on the other. Now, the outcome card we have for you, we have here the 8 of Cups, okay? So we have more of your own energy here. It is reversed. Now, the 8 of Cups, it can talk about wanting to explore new horizons, but being unsure about leaving the present situation. It can talk about you needing to know when to walk away, but maybe struggling with walking away because you haven't got closure, or very much being in two minds. Should I stay? Should I go? And to me, if this is not talking about you, then it's your partner. But it has fallen on your side. So it feels very much to me that during this month of December, maybe near the end of December now, this situation between you both, whatever this is not going to get resolved. It's not going to get resolved straight away or quickly. And it's going to leave you with this decision as to whether to stay in this relationship or whether to leave it. And you may very well be fearing leaving it because you're unsure what is going to happen if you do. Now, your partner, we have the 6 of Swords. Now, the Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, okay? So some of you may very well be involved with an air sign. The air element is all to do with our thoughts, our thinking, and our communication, okay? Again, the 6 of Swords can talk about walking away, but resisting it. It can talk about there being that something is unresolved, and because it's unresolved, it's keeping your partner within this relationship. It's very, very similar to what I've just spoke about with the 8 of Cups. I feel that round the end of December, for who this reading is talking about, you're both going to have a dilemma. You're both going to be in this position of thinking, should we try to save this relationship and work on it? But compromise is going to be needed, and a lack of trying to control the relationship is going to be needed. Or whether you are both going to think it's better to just walk away. But both of you are going to feel reluctant to walk away because for you, we see it's like you haven't got closure. And without the closure, you're struggling to make that move. And for your partner, they feel that these issues between you both are still unresolved. And until they can get resolved, they are reluctant to move forward, either with or without you. There's definitely some negative thing that has taken place between you both. As I said, it's going to play out differently for all of you. Maybe some of you have got the opportunity to be with somebody else, and that's your choice. Maybe for some of you, it could be that your job is relocating somewhere very far away. And the choice is, look, I want this job. I love this job. And I really want to go. But your partner doesn't want to go. Your partner doesn't want to move that far away. And then you're stuck in this dilemma. Well, do I follow my career or do I stay with this relationship? It's going to be different for all of you. But all I can tell you is that for some of you, most definitely, either you or your partner has a choice to make. Something has been offered and it's left you with this decision on what to choose or which way to go. And this choice has created a negative situation within this relationship. One of you is unwilling to compromise, is unwilling to bend on this, and the other person is feeling controlled and is feeling that power is being exerted onto them. But both of you, for slightly different reasons, are reluctant to walk away from this relationship. Which is a positive thing, okay? Which shows that maybe something can be salvaged and, things can be resolved. But it's going to require a lot of compromise, either from you or from your partner. Now, the Romance Oracle card for you, we have you deserve love, you are lovable. Now, alongside the message on the card, we have a book here, which does give more of an in-depth message. So I'm just going to find yours. The romance angels are cheering you on in your quest for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. As a child of God, you're naturally a loving and lovable person, as is everyone. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you've had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving affection. This card is a reassurance that you do deserve it. You're a beautiful being of God's pure love and light, no matter what any person has said or done to you. And no matter what happened in the past, God's handiwork can never be undone. The more you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, I am loving, the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep unconscious level. This in turn allows you to attract loving people, relationships and circumstances, and you definitely deserve that. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're not feeling very loved within this relationship, okay? Or this could be a completely separate message for somebody out there that this main part of the reading is not applying to, okay? But overall, you need to definitely realize that you do deserve love and you are lovable, okay? And if this relationship is not the right one for you, then that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be loved, okay? If you feel that you need to walk away from this relationship, then you must not take that in a negative way against yourself. Now, for your partner, we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Right, let's have a look. Congratulations! This card signals pending nuptials, beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the romance angels can see one upon your horizon. This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you'll choose to release any worries about whether you'll get married, because you will. Deep romantic love in which you feel treasured is in the cards for you. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your relationships and in other life areas such as career, home, lifestyle, and so on. Next, you honor your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behavior. As you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. Now, like I said to you, this reading at the end is not overly negative. Because although both of you, it seems, may very well be thinking about walking away from this relationship, both of you also are very reluctant to do so. And maybe it will end up leading to an engagement for both of you. If whatever this negative situation is can be resolved with one of you, if it's not you, your partner, then compromising so that you or your partner do not feel controlled and do not feel that the other is exerting power over them, then who knows? Maybe this relationship can very well be saved. Like I said, this wheel is forever turning. So although something very negative is either going on or has happened already, you must know that the wheel is constantly turning so things can improve. And here with the Tower card, we can see that this can represent disaster being avoided. We see here that your partner has all the tools in front of them to be able to make something work. But I feel it's relating to a choice and a decision. And that choice or decision is going to be different for all of you. It may not be you that has the choice or decision to make. It may be your partner. But for me, this is what the root cause is. It's something to do with a choice or decision that is creating some negative situation within this relationship. But a relationship that could very well, obviously for those that are married, it doesn't apply. But for those that are not already married, it could be talking about engagement. And for those that are married, the message here could be to remind you that you are lovable and that you do deserve to be loved by your partner. So Pisces, that does conclude your reading for the month of December. Once again, I'm really sorry about the lateness. But nonetheless, you do have your reading now. I really do hope that it makes sense to somebody out there, okay? Like I said, it will not resonate with all of you. I just want to say that if you have liked the reading, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't, by all means, give it the thumbs down. And if you wish to leave a comment, that's great, and I will reply to you. But lastly, I just want to say a massive big thank you to you for watching. And like I said, I really do hope that this reading can help somebody out there. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.